What's up, gamers? Remember when we could only dream of taking our entire gaming library on the go? Well, dream no more. Today we're diving into the top 5 handheld gaming PCs of 2025 that are absolutely revolutionizing portable gaming. And trust me, after testing these pocket-sized powerhouses, I'm blown away by what they can do. Welcome back to Gamer Picks, where we find the smartest gaming gear choices for every budget. Today we're talking about handheld gaming PCs, the devices that are making PC gaming officially portable. From LAN parties to powerful gaming laptops, we've gotten close to portable gaming nirvana, but no solution is quite as simple as pulling out one of these latest generation handhelds and gaming from practically anywhere. Before we jump in, if you're new here, we test everything so you don't have to. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because we drop fresh content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, and don't forget, I've got all the links to these handheld gaming PCs down in the description below so you can easily check out current prices and grab whichever one catches your eye. Let's kick things off with number 5, the HANDHELD Flip DS. This is hands down the best compact handheld gaming PC, and it shows there's more to portability than simply being small. It is small without a doubt, but what makes it incredibly portable is that it's easy to carry around with less risk of damaging the screen or controls. That's because it's a dual screener, just like the Nintendo DS, that closes shut. And while this dual screen design makes it easily portable, it also makes it just about the most useful, easily navigable handheld I've tried. The 7-inch 120Hz 1080p upper screen is surprisingly big for such a small handheld and works its magic reproducing rendered game frames in pleasing fashion. But here's where it gets cool. The smaller 3.5-inch lower screen is freed up to be used as a keyboard, touchpad, or whatever you like. It's particularly useful for the HANDHELD Space System application to configure and keep an eye on how your handheld's performing, and perform it does. Thanks to its Ryzen 7 8840U APU with RDNA 3 graphics, you're getting standard handheld gaming PC performance that holds its own against all the mainstream options and is plenty for most handheld gaming needs. Battery life is decent too, although you'll get more life out of something like the ROG Ally X. The main reason to opt for the Flip DS is for that DS functionality. We're not just talking when in-game either. It makes Windows navigation so much easier. Whether you're using the smaller screen as a trackpad, a keyboard for easily entering passwords, or a more traditional second screen, it's game-changing. It even has a little nubbin that you rub to move the mouse in any direction, and click to press left mouse button. Plus the ability to slow or speed up your cursor movement with left and right trigger modifiers. The HANDHELD Flip DS demonstrates the exact kind of innovation that's needed in the handheld market. It's not all about churning out more frames per second. Sometimes it's nice to have substantial upgrades in navigation functionality, compactness, and portability. Coming in at number 4, we have the Lenovo Legion Go. It's a good looking device, and a lot of that is due to that gigantic screen, so much so that it takes our top pick for the best big screen handheld gaming PC. But don't be fooled by the shiny pixels. Beyond that great display lies a powerful and rather interesting handheld PC. For a start, it's big, surprisingly big, and even makes the Steam Deck look like it's been on a diet. However, it has features that account for that weight and substantial size, chief among them being the addition of 2 detachable controllers, similar to the Nintendo Switch. They might be a little clunky to use for certain games, but they give this handheld the distinct advantage of standing on its rear kickstand so you can play with the detached controllers on a table. It's powered by the AMD Ryzen Z 1 Extreme, which makes it a great performer, while like many gaming handhelds, it's indie games that show it off at its best. It's still got the grunt to take on something like Baldur's Gate 3 on the go with very little issue. One thing to note is the screen resolution. While it's big, bright, and fast, that 2560 by 1600 resolution is a bit too much for the hardware inside, and you'll likely want to drop down to something more sensible like 1920 by 1200 to really make the most of your experience without significant frame drops. Price-wise, you're really getting a lot for your money here. With the 512GB model coming in around the $700 mark, it's well placed given the huge screen on offer and the addition of those useful controllers. The 8.8-inch display with 2560 by 1600 resolution is absolutely gorgeous. And as Lenovo's first go at a gaming handheld, this is quite an impressive effort. Just be prepared to turn the resolution down, and you'll still be enjoying a great experience on a large enough screen to really pull you into the action. Number 3 on our list is the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. This is the best handheld gaming PC that runs Windows because it's incredibly powerful, yet somehow manages to keep its price tag relatively low compared to other high-end Windows handheld competition. You might not be getting the absolute fastest handheld on the market, but it's damn close and costs far less than others of its kind. Plus, it has a gloriously large 8-inch screen to boot. Apart from its large screen, what you're getting with this handheld is some of the latest, most powerful and efficient processing hardware on the market, thanks to its Intel Core Ultra 7258V processor with integrated Arc 140V GPU. This processor is based on Intel's new Lunar Lake architecture, which is absolutely incredible. Most handhelds on the market have previous gen internals, which aren't bad, but are clearly outshone by the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus's current gen might. This handheld beats others, such as the ROG Ally X, in gaming performance pretty much across the board. Not by leaps and bounds, but very consistently. The generational improvements aren't all on the horsepower front either. The Claw 8 AI Plus has seriously stellar battery life, matching the ROG Ally X in achieving over 2 hours of game time in intensive testing. This is where it really shines compared to the competition. Compared to the original MSI Claw, this one looks and feels the high-end part as well. It's nice and weighty and feels great to use. It might not be quite as premium feeling as some options, but there has to be some give to achieve such a low price for such incredible performance. With Windows, you get compatibility with more games and apps compared to SteamOS options. The Claw 8 AI Plus gives you the latest powerful and efficient hardware packed into a decent chassis with a large screen. Given MSI is charging a reasonable price for all that power combined with that luscious display, this is definitively the best Windows handheld gaming PC on the market right now. Coming in at number 2, we have the Steam Deck. This is the best budget handheld gaming PC by something of a country mile. It's the sort of thing that I could only dream of as a child. A compact, cheap gaming PC that can play most of my games and slip inside a backpack. I've smashed through many more games with the Steam Deck than I ever would have relying solely on my desktop. That's true of many handhelds, but the Steam Deck is a very sleek experience. That's because Valve has commissioned its own Linux OS, SteamOS, to run on the device, and it's built from the ground up for gaming. It plays best with Steam games, but you can load other launchers on it to boot into Epic and GOG games with ease too. Performance is measured by playability on the deck, not so much by raw frame rates. It's really not the most powerful device, with fewer older CUs compared to some handhelds today, but that's alright as it's only pushing an 800p screen. Generally, it gets by just fine in modern games, but you might find you primarily see it as an indie game machine. That's how I use my Steam Deck anyway. It's allowed me to find the time to play so many indie and wholesome games I'd never normally get space to play on my desktop PC. The deck is also great for game streaming if you have a GeForce Now subscription or something similar. That's how I play most demanding games on the device, rather than rendering them locally. As a value proposition, there's really no beating the Steam Deck. The other handhelds have it beat in performance. There are some that deliver frame rates and resolutions far in excess of the Steam Deck, but none anywhere near as affordable. That's the deck's best feature. It's so much cheaper than any of the other handhelds we've tested. While it doesn't have the sheer performance of the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, nor the big screen and trick controls of the Lenovo Legion Go, it's still got plenty of portable punch combined with a decent display for less cash. Also, if something breaks, you can buy an official part and replace it yourself with relative ease. That's another reason why it's the best cheap handheld gaming PC. It's pretty inexpensive to maintain. And finally, our number one pick, the Lenovo Legion Go S SteamOS. This is the best handheld gaming PC, and that SteamOS part is key because Valve's operating system is no small part of what makes this device so spectacular. That, and its incredibly comfortable design and premium aesthetic. It seems that Lenovo has learned a lot since making the original Legion Go. While the original is a great handheld in many ways, it was a little cumbersome and could become difficult to use after a while. Not so with the Legion Go S. This handheld has lovely curved edges, textured grips angled just the right amount, and buttons, sticks, and triggers that are very satisfying to use. And it even manages to keep a big 8-inch screen in play. Not quite as big as the original's 8.8-inch one, but still plenty tall and wide. This version heralds the start of the non-Steam Deck SteamOS era because Valve has given Lenovo an official license to use the Arch-based OS on the handheld. Thanks to this, the Legion Go S SteamOS manages to pump out some incredible performance on cheaper hardware than you might expect. It's still rocking a previous gen Ryzen Z1 Extreme, but with all that Windows bloat out of the picture, it beats or trades blows with more expensive high-end handhelds running newer processors. This means you get the benefits of some of the best frame rates from a handheld without paying extra money for the very latest hardware. The SteamOS experience itself is of course a draw too. The operating system puts gaming at the forefront and makes it very easy to boot up, load into games, sleep and resume, keep everything updated, and so on. There's hardly any fiddling necessary to just get gaming. The Legion Go S has a pretty middling 55.5 watt-hour battery, but with SteamOS running in balanced mode, you can get a couple of hours of more intensive gaming out of it. Battery life and management are excellent. That being said, there are some drawbacks to using SteamOS. It's a Linux OS, which means some games aren't compatible, and some non-Steam apps and platforms are either incompatible or will require workarounds to use. Most games we've tried run just fine, and most non-Steam platforms work too, but just make sure to check compatibility before opting for this handheld. With that caveat in mind, there's very little to dislike about the Legion Go S. The experience is incredibly smooth, and it feels perfectly tailored to getting in-game quickly and easily. And gaming in comfort. It's certainly set a new bar for handheld gaming PCs to aim for. So there you have it. Gamers, the top 5 handheld gaming PCs of 2025. From the budget-friendly Steam Deck to the innovative Neo Flip DS, there's something here for every portable gamer and every budget. If you want the best overall handheld experience, go with the Lenovo Legion Go S SteamOS. Need something budget-friendly? The Steam Deck has got you covered. Want the best Windows experience? The MSI Claw 8 AI Plus is calling your name. Which handheld gaming PC caught your attention? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video helped you make a decision, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe for more gaming gear reviews and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest picks. We've got tons more content coming your way, including gaming room setups, PC builds, and the latest hardware reviews. And hey, all the links to these handheld gaming PCs are waiting for you down in the description. I've got the best current prices and deals lined up for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Game on!